Monday. Just read my Bible, did my journal, reflected on February, wrote down any key events. I did a longer journal today because I haven't done it in a few days. Read through my Psalms that I love, prayed over my goals, and now I'm gonna head to Sprouts to pick up some groceries so that I can make my go-to breakfast, my breakfast tacos and coffee today. Found out that the podcast I recorded with Soul Society is being split in two, so I'm planning on doing the launch this week, but the podcast episode that talks about quit stalling your calling won't come out until next Wednesday. So I'm gonna have to kind of rearrange that launch and extend it longer than I had planned. And I've never done that before, so we'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Sprouts and get my groceries. Before I go, I'm gonna do my heart math breathing. This is the basis of quit stalling your calling and from stress to your best, but it's just nervous system regulation. You won't necessarily have this. I offer it. I don't make any money off of it. It's just through heart math. But it helps you just breathe and see what your heart rhythms are doing. What I'm working on is just building my capacity to feel positive emotions. I want to be able to feel more positive emotions more of the time, more intensely, and for longer time periods. I don't want to just feel like I'm on an emotional just flat, which I kind of have lately. That's something that we work on in both From Stress to Your Best and Quit Stalling Your Calling, but Quit Stalling Your Calling is really focused more on regulating your own nervous system and being in those fruits of the Spirit more often so that you can be more successful and efficient and effective in your calling as a disciple of Christ. Because when you're emotionally flat or numb or you're in emotional lows, that's when you start to take your feelings out on other people, you start to make bad decisions, and it's more likely that you fall into temptation or sin because you're looking for things to fill that void, to make you feel better, and just human nature is to go to these very short-term fixes like alcohol, weed, porn, binging TV, video games, whatever it is. So it really just does help you be a better disciple of Christ. Where'd my coffee go? Oh. Just finished my workout. 30 minutes cardio, 35 minutes strength workout, just body weight stuff. I've been trying to finish this for 3 hours now. I'm just gonna get semi-cute for the day. There's nothing really going on, but might as well look good, so Gonna do my hair and makeup and put on a little fit. All right, she is ready. She is giving Kim Possible. I don't know if you can see. And she is ready to go sit behind the laptop all day. What are you working on?
Dr. Green's site.
Ooh! Can I see what you have so far?
Nothing.
Oh.
I copied and pasted Atticus's project, and I'm just getting like the nav bar the same way that it is here.
Nice.
So yeah, I just barely started.
Let's go. Okay, just finished editing my weekly vlog. I really tried to get it out like early on Monday, but it's past 7 and I'm just now exporting it, so whatever. And more important news, Thomas labored all day yesterday making his mom's famous spaghetti recipe. So I just made this for dinner, and little health hack, instead of putting just cheese on top, you can use nutritional yeast. The name freaked me out at first, but it's super healthy. It just tastes like cheese. And it's got vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium, thiamine, or B1, riboflavin, or whatever, or B2, niacin, pantothenic acid, B6, biotin, and folate. Wow, it has a lot of folate. I wonder how that works with MTHFR. Rich source of B-complex vitamins, non-GMO, vegan. Anyways, so it just tastes like cheese. You can sprinkle that on top. And then the other spaghetti hack that I learned from my mom, I don't know if anyone else does this, but to put these green olives on top. Manzanilla, whatever. I don't usually like when they're pitted. I like the red thing in the middle, like the pimento or whatever. But it's just so good on spaghetti. Yummy. And I'm gonna crack open a cold one. Oh yeah. Whiskey! Oh, I haven't seen you in days. Hi, kitty. Good morning, it's Tuesday. Look at this cutest polka dot PJ top. Got it from a shop in Florida where my parents live. Maybe I'll figure out what the name is and let you know, but it's so soft and comfy. Well, I guess it's not really morning anymore, it's technically afternoon. But I woke up early today. Be proud of me. Oh. Coffee my wine glass. You will notice that my lipstick, even after going through the wash, my lipstick stains do not come off. Kind of cute, just girly things. Today so far, I read my Bible. I did not write in my journal, but I read over my February journals and just marked down any things of significance that I noticed, like any themes that are still repeating or that I mentioned a lot, or just, yeah, like any significant events or anything. I did all the dishes, put away the clean ones, made my typical breakfast, my breakfast tacos. I've been pretty active on Instagram already today. I made a little video about the early bird discount for Quit Stalling Your Calling, because today is the last day to get that. I posted about my merch, commented on some people's posts, replied to some DMs. I've still got quite a bit of DMs to go through, but I'm gonna do that later when I have like actually dedicated time to it. But I don't have all that much time today because I have to pick up my sweet little niece from school, which is like 35 minutes away, and then I have to drive 35 minutes back. Ooh, what I'm really excited for is today's $5 movie Tuesday. Me and Thomas did this in, I think like mid-February, and so we went to the $5 movie. and they were re-screening Dune 1, and I had never even really heard of it, but I just figured like Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, like why not? That ended up being so freaking good. So we got the $5 movie Tuesday for the Dune 2 movie. And I'm so freaking excited to go tonight. We still have our popcorn box bucket from last time, so we get the free refill. I'm so excited. I am a movie popcorn girl. Drown that thing in chemical butter. Like, I'm crunchy, but that is the one thing for sure I will go for every time. It's gotta be so incredibly buttery. But yeah, so going that with Thomas tonight, and I'm really excited. That's at like 7. And yeah, so I need to work out today still, and then I'll work for a little bit, just like as long as I can. What I really need to do today is craft some emails to my email list about Quit Stalling Your Calling, work some more on captions. Also, since the podcast is being split in 2, I'm gonna extend like the sale. So I had already made graphics for everything, and one of the graphics says closing March 15th or whatever, but now it'll be closing like March 22nd or something, so I gotta go in and change that. It's just like such tedious things. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty prepared. And then if I get done with a lot of that and feel good about it, I will email our tax guy. Literally off me. I freaking hate dealing with all of that. I hate finances. I've been learning lately, I think that I have number dyslexia, and like maybe that's why I've hated math so much. I've noticed this like quite a few times in my life where there'll be a number, or especially with prices, if it's like, say something's like $49.79, I'll be writing it down like, okay, $49.97. Or like, okay, the number is 1,038. I'll be like, okay, cool, 1,083. And I just do that, and I have no idea that I'm flipping the numbers, and it makes me so confused. So when it comes to like, especially doing taxes and stuff, just like calculating all the numbers and all of that, like I do not trust my calculations because I'm literally reading the numbers wrong. So absolutely hate that, but maybe, just maybe I'll get to that today. Something else kind of exciting is that I just, for fun, reached out to a bunch of like wedding or bridal magazines in Utah and told them the story of me and Thomas's elopement and sent some photos, and one of them has responded already and they want to feature us on their website. So they like sent over a little questionnaire, and I have to answer those. I guess I don't have to, but I want to answer those and respond to them in a timely manner. So that's kind of fun. Also, if you haven't heard of it, there's a girl who is an ex-Mormon who went to a high school near me. I think we're about the same age, but she started a podcast about being ex-Mormon or post-Mormon, I feel like they call it. And she just like interviews all these like pretty famous or like well-known people from Utah who have like businesses or influencers, and they just tell their like post-Mormon story of like why they left the church. So she's done one with like JC Marie Smith, if you know her, Indy Blue, like they all just like went to high schools by me. But I got her email and I want to send her my story because I feel like a lot of the people she interviews have been out of the church for a very short time, but I've been out of the church for almost a decade. I feel like it'd be a really interesting perspective just to see like after you've been out of the church for such a long time, what that journey can end up looking like. There is just like a Mormon to New Age pipeline because they become usually like agnostic. They're not really sure, but like spirituality was a huge part of their lives, so they look for something to fill that void, and usually they go to the New Age and they start doing tarot, crystals, sound baths, all that kind of stuff. Which, like, there's nothing inherently wrong with crystals. There's nothing inherently wrong with sound baths. Like, I even think that's a good thing. I know that frequencies are healing. But, yeah, it's, like, just the very new agey stuff, yoga and everything. So I just want to tell my story of, like, going through all of that and then actually finding Christianity and realizing that the Mormon church had painted Christianity in the most awful light and that they're actually really nothing alike, despite Mormons calling themselves Christian and like using the Bible, saying it's one of their books. Yeah, so that's something else I want to do too. I just have like so many ideas and opportunities and things to do, but I don't know, it just takes me longer to actually do all of the things than I wish it did. So I just am taking baby step by baby step. But I'm just encouraged today. I got a message from someone saying that they've been following my YouTube channel, that they really enjoy my videos, and that they like wish we were friends in real life. I feel like that's a very common thing. Like, I wish we were friends, because it's so isolating being ex-New Age into Jesus, and like, I don't know, it's just a hard way for people to resonate with. But that was really encouraging. And then another girl said that she is starting week 2 of Quit Stalling Your Calling soon. So she signed up a while ago, but she said she's on her honeymoon now, so she's only done 1 week of the course, but she's gonna start on week 2 and she's excited. And then somebody else has been doing From Stress to Your Best with their partner, and so it's been going amazing so far. So pretty cool. It's just like, I don't know, encouraging, reassuring. I know that the things I have in my courses are so incredibly life-changing for people. So I just hope that it gets to as many people as possible. Anyways, quick 10-minute freaking rant. All right, I'm gonna go, bye. How can I get to show? All right. Bye-bye. Like the girl from Star Wars, the very latest one, giving Star Wars, Dune, Yeezy. I feel Yeezy. Now I'm eating some chocolate filled with cafe latte. It's 11. I'm going to bed in an hour. So maybe I'll go play some Fortnite and read a book and go to bed. Oh, kitty. Oh, that's so sad.
Maybe we should just let her in.
Oh. Same positions, completely different part of the day. Oh, kitty. It's so sad.
Deal with the problem of the Nephilim, because God cares about his human family, and he sees these beings as an unholy threat to his human. This is why the command for Joshua and for Moses was to obliterate them. It was to obliterate them because they're going to consistently cause havoc, sin, chaos, perversions, all these types of things. They come out of the Genesis 6 event, and it says that the Nephilim were there before and they were there after the flood. And we go into a lot of different details about the nature of the flood. I don't want to get people upset, but one of the things I think people should take into serious consideration is the idea that the flood was, in my opinion, probably a localized flood, right? Like, it is very possible to have localized, catastrophic floods over the world, and it not be like the whole world adamant on destroying families, marriages, going to have like all of these issues that we have. You know, why is that? And I wonder, this is speculation, but I think it makes sense to me, at least in my brain, that in the same way that there was freedom within the context of limits for Adam and Eve, and you can do all these things, but you can't do this. I have this suspicion that God gave the same thing to the angelic beings. Okay, you can do all these things. You're gonna be my messengers. You're gonna have a place, the divine council. The one thing you're not gonna have are your own children. Like, you don't need to have your own children. Here's the one that you. And then, can you imagine being these angelic beings, being the sons of God that shout for joy? Job talks about this, and they're celebrating. They see all this, and you have a subset of them. They're like, wait a minute. Why did Adam and Eve? Why did the human children kind of get to multiply?
With your book out, I want to give a chance for people to point them to where to find it. And some of what you've heard today, and actually a lot of what you've heard in Joel's episodes across, really is a lot of the sort of the big picture stuff that Joel's talking about in this book. Let's see, I get it now. I get where your mind is going. Yeah, it's both. I mean, yeah, pride is the poison at the end of it.
Yeah. Pride is a seductive sin. We all these God's grace to overcome it.
Show this again. Where they can find
the book is everywhere.
Oops. Thursday. I just came inside from jumping on the tramp because that is how we summon the neighbor's cat. She didn't come this time. I don't know where she's at, but so I'm a little bit winded. Today is more like the launch of Quit Stalling Your Calling. Thomas and I ended up having these deep discussions for like 3+ hours yesterday. We just started talking about like the dynamics of our relationship. Really like getting into the whole like masculine versus feminine thing, like the roles that they have. Not even necessarily like society's gender roles, but just like what it means to be like living in your masculine, what it means to be living in your feminine. I think that I have been largely masculine for, I don't know about my childhood, but at least since I graduated high school. So almost 9 years. It's been 9 years. And it's just like, I don't know, it's like I want to be feminine and in my feminine. I want to embody that role, but I don't even really know what that means because the world doesn't teach that. Like, I feel like ever since just like feminism, like the modern feminist stuff, it's all about just having women be the same as men. And not even just like, oh, be treated equal to men. It's like, do the same things as men. And so it's become, I feel like, the norm in our culture here to be judged by a men's standard, by men's standards. And what I mean by that is just like the role that, like the masculine role, the role that like the masculine man, the man of the house or the man of the family is like supposed to fulfill. These days, women are also, in the eyes of our society, supposed to fill those roles. And sometimes dual roles. So it's like, not only today is a woman supposed to be a mother, but like if they're only a mother and they don't work, then it's like they're not doing enough. And like they're seen as like lazy or not contributing. But like, especially just with everything I've been learning about women's biology, like we are not supposed to live the way that men live, but the whole world is set up for men. Just even like the work day, like men's cycles go in 24 hours like the sun, and women's cycles go in 28 days like the moon. But we are expected to live in that same 24-hour cycle, even though it goes completely against our biology. And then when we have health issues and hormone problems and emotional problems, we're called crazy and emotional and all of these things. And so I want to be feminine, but it is so hard when the people that you care about see women as like they should fulfill a man's role. So anyways, we just talked about it for like hours yesterday, like what exactly does it mean to be masculine? How is someone like really ahead of the household? What is there, like what are the expectations around that? And then what are the roles and the expectations around the feminine, and like what's the dynamic? Hi.
Hi.
And the dynamic is that if the guy is not wearing pajama jeans or pajeans, then wait, move away from that big pillar. Next cover of GQ. And with that, he's out.
Here, I'll stay up here if you're filming.
Yeah, go shut yourself in your room for like 5 more minutes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say hours.
Yeah, for 5 more hours, go in there. I went to try and find whiskey. She didn't come today.
Oh.
But I'm sure she'll be back soon.
No, dude, she's gone.
Oh. Oh, I know, that was so sad.
For like an hour and we ignored her.
Oh, that's so sad. Heartbreaking. Anyways, so Thomas and I talked for hours about like that whole dynamic and how does it even work. It's just one of those things, I feel like maybe especially for me, because of the way that no one teaches what femininity is or means or like how it should be played out, that I feel like I'm gonna have to unlearn and relearn so much. Both of us feel like we need to actually like research what that really means. Like, what does it mean to be in the masculine? What does it mean to be in the feminine? How does that show up? How does it portray itself? Like, what are, just like the expectations? How do you act? Like, what is the dynamic? And I feel like especially because a lot of the people who will talk about that stuff are in the new age. And so it's like you have these skewed perceptions of it from both feminism and from like these new age alternative spiritual people, where theirs is like, oh, a woman in the feminine should be like really hypersexual and like be in polyamorous relationships or whatever. So if you have recommendations, please comment your favorite Instagram accounts, TikTok accounts, podcasts, books, anything that we can look into to research and like help us understand what that actually means and like how to actually live that way, because it really is so confusing. But like we want that because we see the way that the dynamic is not working. Like the dynamic we currently have just is not the best in certain ways, because it's like if I'm in my masculine expecting him to be in his masculine, then we butt heads. Or if I'm in my masculine and it's like demasculating to him, so then he'll take a step back and like the roles reverse or whatever. Yeah, so I just want to like figure that out because I think it would be really helpful for us. And like obviously I want to live in alignment with like the roles and the values that the Bible puts on men and women and like husbands and wives, the way that the household should function. Like I 100% believe that like that is the right way to function, and that our biology backs that up, and like the success of the relationship will back that up. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so in that conversation we realized that one of the biggest things that's making me go into my masculine and just like giving me less time and energy for other things that I want to do and other things that are more in like the feminine role. I want to be able to be that nurturer, and I can't be a nurturer if I am trying to provide for the household. And then I'm stressing about money, and it's like going against my biology, and it's making me tired, and it's making me cranky, and then I'm like comparing me versus him. And so just like dwindling everything down in the conversation yesterday to like what really is the issues here. I feel like the main issue is me running my business. And it's not even just the masculine feminine thing too. It's like I feel like I love my business. I love my products. I love helping people, but I feel like just having to like promote products all the time is so annoying. Like I just hate it, and there are things that I want to talk about that don't really align exactly with my products. And it's like if I'm launching a product at the time but I want to talk about aliens, it's like, well, that doesn't really jive, so I'm gonna like hold off on the alien stuff for later, and then I just never actually get the chance, you know? So, and I had this experience listening to Blurry Creatures always. It was the new Laura Sanger episode, and just, she's from Utah. She's in my aunt's freaking book club. She's like a celebrity to me. She's so inspiring to me. She was the first Christian that I heard talk about heart math, and like helped me realize like, oh my gosh, the stuff I teach in my business is actually like it is in alignment with the gospel and the Bible. It's not just new age. Like years ago I realized that because of her. But I was just listening to all the stuff she was saying, and I had this moment of like, wow, I really just feel like I'm meant for more, and I don't have the freedom to do it. And I was just thinking in the car listening to it, like I wish that I had that freedom. And the thing that's keeping me from that freedom is running my business. And not that I want to like completely disregard all of it, but like I don't want my main focus to be making money. I don't. I just want to create because I feel like creating, and I want to cook meals and clean the house and whatever else it is that the feminine role does. I want to nurture my husband. I want to, and he was like saying that he wants me to like network more. Like he wants me to go out and do stuff with my friends more, and like I'm like, okay, like sure thing, boss. So if you have recommendations, please drop those in the comments because we really need them. I don't know who to listen to. I really would ideally like want recommendations from people who are qualified and Christian. Like there's a lot of people who have recommendations, but they're not Christian, and I want that Christian foundation to it. So yeah, that is beautiful. Look how pretty. Anyways, that is the situation. So we're just gonna try it out and like try to lean more into our respective roles, masculine and feminine. And so I'm gonna finish out this launch of Quit Stalling Your Calling, and I think I'm just gonna like let go of the business and do my own thing. If you've ever thought about getting into Quit Stalling Your Calling, this might be like, this is probably the right time to do it, because who knows if I will do a launch again, because I really am just gonna finish this out and then let go of it for a while. So yeah, we shall see. Okay, bye.
Okay, medium 4C, and what's the drink with that?
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Alright, what else?
We'll do another one of those with a Sprite.
Medium as well?
Yeah.
Alright, anything else?
What's the difference between a double cheeseburger and a McDouble? And what's the difference between a McChicken and a, what was the thing I got?
Crispy something?
And a crispy delight or whatever.
Crispy delight.
Is that not what it was?
It's like a delight something.
21.6.
There you go.
And there really is just literally no food in the house.
Yeah.
And the bread is molding. It has mold on the very back piece.
The sourdough?
Uh-huh.
Dude, I've been eating that.
I have too. I'm like, should I just eat the pieces up until the mold gets there?
Maybe we look it up.
I need to meal prep like some rice. Well, you won't eat the rice. I could eat the rice. Rice and then those frozen veggies and stuff.
You know what we should try is quinoa.
I know it's good for you. It just is like,
Tastes like an asshole.
I don't know, because to me it's like I just don't want to eat something crunchy.
Like
Ooh, this looks so good. Dang, I think them doing clear cups was a good move, because how appetizing do these look?
Yeah.
This one
100%.
especially. Wow.
You don't like to eat crusty things? Crunchy
It's just
things?
like if I'm gonna eat a carb that's like, I don't know, like I know you cook quinoa, but isn't it still like crunchy? Like it's still hard?
No, I mean I would make it in a rice cooker and just have it in there for a while, and you can get it to where it's like pretty soft. Thanks. You too.
Wow, I haven't had a Dr. Pepper in so long. One thing about me is that I'm crunchy, but I do not care. I will still eat McDonald's.
You're crunchy?
Crunchy. Like holistic, you know? Oh, sorry, I'm not too crunchy to the point where I'll never eat McDonald's again. Like sometimes you just gotta get McDonald's. No one has better fries. Brings back your childhood.
I think Chick-fil-A fries are better. I think Chick-fil-A fries with
They don't bring back my childhood.
the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A sauce, best sauce of any place ever, for sure. Chick-fil-A, best sauce. Wendy's, best junior bacon cheeseburger. Their bacon is perfection. McDonald's has my favorite fries because childhood. Popeye's, best chicken sandwich.
Bold claim. Bold claim.
They're the only ones who have a crunch to it.
You're right. It's just
Yeah.
a lot of people would be furious.
The people are way too like Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches are good, but it's literally soggy bread, soggy chicken, and a pickle, and that is all they put on there.
I don't know, dude. I feel like it's pretty good.
It's good, but like compared to Popeyes, when you bite in and it's just like crisping the whole way through,
Yeah.
and they actually have like nice fluffy bread.
I feel like flavor-wise, though, I feel like Chick-fil-A has a really good flavor.
No, Chick-fil-A has a good flavor when you smother it in their sauce.
But even just the chicken sandwich is pretty good flavor. They like cook it in the peanut oil.
The pickle juice
Yeah.
sauce or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're just different. Like, that's why I said that one time, if I could choose, I'd get both, and I'd eat both of them in a meal.
Yeah, I don't have the stomach for both. If I have to choose any like burger or sandwich ever, I think I would go Popeye's Chicky Sammy and Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. There's just something about their bacon, dude. And best like drinks. Not that their drinks are necessarily delicious, but just the way all McDonald's sodas are like electrified. Love that. Like, is that why you got the Sprite? Because it's like electric.
For some reason, I feel like Sprite,
Underrated.
it's like, It's almost like the sweet cream ice cream at Cold Stone. It's not necessarily the most like exciting thing.
No, sweet cream is the best one at Cold Stone.
Right, but it's the best because it's like, I don't know, dude. It's just like vanilla. Like,
so Sprite is your vanilla?
yeah, and then also I feel like you're not gonna get like teeth stains from like your Coke or like
I guess, yeah.
Dr.
I feel like
Pepper.
Sprite definitely feels the healthiest. It feels like the most, like just because the flavor is based off of actual like fruits, like citrus,
Yeah,
it like feels a little bit lighter and healthier.
yeah.
That's why I've been liking the citrus Zevias too.
Mm.
'Cause the vanilla cola is good, but it's like such a dessert drink, I feel like. Same with DP.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I feel like for all that we do to not drink like soda and stuff, how have I not lost all of my body fat, dude?
That could be a lot of things. It could be cortisol. It could be stress. It could be
Me not exercising.
sleep. It could be exercise. It could be not eating enough, so you're holding on to fat. It could be too many carbs. It could be you having too much sugar.
I feel like this kind of stint in my life, I've eaten like the least amount of sugar ever.
Really?
Like there are times where I have sugar, like now when I'm drinking this soda, but like
Yeah.
it's really, I don't know.
Sugar's sneaky though. It's like you'll think you're being really good and then realize that like a barbecue sauce you're using is like packed with sugar.
Yeah.
And it's like for me, I don't like dry foods. So I get a lot of my fat and my sugar from sauces. And it like adds up so quickly. When I use the MyFitnessPal, it's like holy cow. There's a lot of fat and a lot of sugar in those.
Yeah, you know what's surprising though? Surprising, just I surprise myself, is that I don't like barbecue sauce, I feel like, anymore.
What changed? And when?
I don't know, I feel like it was recently, but it just like, I love the taste of the chicken so much, or just whatever I'm eating, the meat.
Well, I will take that as a compliment.
Yeah. The only thing I'd even consider is like A1, or something like more tangy.
Yeah.
But even
Or
then,
Worcestershire sauce.
yeah, but even then it's like, dude, imagine like a steak, just a really well done steak. Oh wait. Yeah, dude, I feel like sauce can take away from the experience.
Oh yeah, a Riverside steak, never eating that with sauce.
Except they did have some sort of like sauce for it, or something for
I'll
it.
take those, I'll take the drinks. Like a chimichurri type.
Yeah, dude, whatever
Dude, I
they're doing
wanna
in
go
that
back.
thing. I thought I'd be pretty upset about like the medallions and stuff, but I feel like that Wagyu, like kind of a good trade-off.
Yeah, the medallions were good, but they're not like amazing, and it wasn't a lot of food either.
Yeah.
Hi, can you connect me with the Instacart shopper? Okay, thank you. What's up? It's Friday, new day of Fortnite season. Can't wait to freaking play. I ran out of eggs for my daily breakfast tacos, so I had to do an order with Sprouts and just stocked up on a whole bunch of stuff too. Waiting for them to come out with the groceries right now. These cars are like sketching me out a little bit. I just made a TikTok talking about Dune 2 in the way that I feel like it is similar to the Bible. Because in the whole movie, I feel like the thing that, at least like the people who haven't read the books, the thing that we're discussing and like arguing about is whether it's real actual prophecy and whether that real prophecy is being fulfilled or whether it's all fake and like Jessica and Paul are just like going along with it, like manipulating people. But it's like everyone's having that argument, but I feel like regardless, the prophecy's still being fulfilled as it's written. Like, I feel like the one that really changed my mind to thinking, yes, the prophecy really is being fulfilled, is the desert spring tears. It's like, what are the odds that he would be dreaming of her his whole life, and then they would go meet on her planet, and then they would actually fall in love, and that her name would actually mean desert spring, and that her tear would actually bring him back to life. It's like, that seems like a lot more than just coincidence. Like, you can't just plan for that. So, I don't know. I feel like the way that I see it connecting with the Bible is that there are these prophecies that I think they are truly being fulfilled. But like when Lady Jessica does the worm bile trip thing and she lives, and they're like, oh my gosh, just as written in prophecy, Paul Atreides is like, no, it's not your stupid prophecy. She learned how to do poison transmutation, like in her, as a Bene Gesserit or whatever. And I'm like, yes, that's the natural explanation behind it, but the prophecy was still fulfilled. And like, I feel like these things keep happening that have natural explanations. Like, one of our friends was saying, in the prophecy, this guy will come to the planet who like already knows all their ways and is like just like really skilled in the Fremen ways and like knows their language and everything. And he was saying, well, that prophecy wasn't fulfilled because he only... Hello.
Is this for Maddie?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hand this through to you.
Okay.
Or do you want it in the back?
Probably the trunk would be best.
Okay, I can do that for you.
Okay, it's unlocked. There's a little handle thing back there, like a button. Yeah.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Okay, anyway, so these prophecies. What was I saying? Oh, my friend was like, no, that didn't fulfill the prophecy because he just had access to all this like technology information. Like, he just was obsessed with them and studied them, and that's why he knew the stuff. I'm like, okay, well, regardless of how he knew the stuff, he got there and he still knew the stuff. Like, it still is what the prophecy said. Like, someone from some other place would come in to their planet and like act like he already knew everything. It's like, doesn't matter if he learned it from some source, he still did that. Like, the prophecy was still fulfilled in my eyes. Anyway, I just think of the Bible because it's like you literally have the manifestation of that today with the Jews versus Christians, and it's like Jesus came, Jesus fulfilled all of these prophecies. But there are people who saw the prophecies being fulfilled in a certain way, and because they weren't fulfilled in that certain way, they don't think that it happened, so they don't believe in Jesus as the Messiah. I don't know, I just think it's interesting. Anyway, I really gotta hurry because I need to go home and make my breakfast, and then I have to pick up my niece again from school today. So yeah. Take a look at that. Oh, yeah, baby.
Humans and just animals and life kind of resembles things that happen in the universe that way. Like, I wonder if that's like us reacting off of entanglement. Like, we like our bond with other things. Like, we just feel like we need to have like things that we're connected to that is like on that depth of like that depth of relationship. Yeah.
So the only word I could use to describe would be love.
In my
vernacular that I could be like, oh,
right.
There's something that connects us all. There's something that pushes and pulls us and moves us, even when we don't want it to. Oh, I think that's love, right?
Right.
And has such like a huge impact on everybody, right? Regardless of where you're at, like, regardless of the decisions, whether you're mindful or mindless, good or evil, love will still impact them, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
that he cares about or loves.
Yeah.
Or a sociopath might not have love that he extends out, but there are still things that love him and like think about him at least and impact him and affect him.
Right, 100%. Maddie had a thought.
And in science, they're literally called love waves. And she was saying literally everything is created by these love waves, and that there's like some presence of love that's creating all these things and holding them together. And I don't know like what her spiritual beliefs were, but it was like she was saying that like God is love, and like that love is what holds together all the things in the universe. I don't know, it's been a while since I looked into it, but yeah, it's called love waves, and it's like an actual building block of reality. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. That's awesome though. That's a cool idea.
We gotta look into it again.
I think, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I wonder if ChatGPT.
I do feel, or I do believe that everything does work out exactly how it's supposed to.
Yeah, Biden's great. Who cares? Nancy Pelosi, the straight Trump speech. But here's the thing, though: the Pelosi ripping up the paper and Trump, like it does. That also doesn't matter. Like Trump's trying to sell vaccines, and Nancy Pelosi like rips up the paper, and then Trump prints $1 trillion, and no one realizes it's even happening. Because they're like, it's Nancy Pelosi's fault. Like they're all in on it, including Trump, including RFK Jr. You know, it's like people don't want to believe that.
Another day, another masterpiece. Anyway, it's Saturday night. Thomas is off watching Fight Night. I'm gonna go hang out with my best friend's husband's brother and his wife. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go with my Zevia. Seriously, they need to sponsor me by now. Maybe I'll send them an email. I did my hair in these braids so I could take it out and it would look cute, but I think it looks better in the braids. So braids are staying. Thrifted, and thrifted. These are like black Nike sweats. I was gonna wear my Nike shoes, try and look cool, but there's no one to impress there, not even my husband, so I'm gonna wear my Uggs. It's Sunday. I'm sunburned.
Did you get that first part in there?
Yeah.
Better delete it.
Bye bye. Say bye bye, Rumpus. You know, end the video.